So this episode, we're going to be covering what we have learned in 8 months of travel.
God, I can't believe it's been 8 months.
It's really been crazy. We wanted to do this 2 months ago.
And 6 months,
But yeah, we were just crazy busy. So we'll be back with this information right after this. All right, so I've got my notes right here, and we both kind of talked about it. I know we kind of have our different takes on the subjects.
Mostly, yeah.
So these are actually 11 things. Yep, we got kind of 11 things that we wanted to talk about.
11 things.
11 things.
That's a lot.
So let's jump right into it so we don't waste any more time.
I need my coffee.
So, the first thing I want to bring up, one thing we learned is when I originally set the budget, I will be doing a video on budget for retirement, that it pretty much was pretty accurate. Most of the stuff that we had marked down for the budget
it was.
Came together pretty well. I mean, with camping sites, you can juggle.
You do, but you have to realize, too, everything that we had originally set our budget at before we started this kind of went out the window in some ways because we had to go to Michigan to pick up our RV.
Well, that was
so
really
there was
budget.
Some things.
It
wasn't, but it was our whole plan. Everything was.
The
let me
plan
just put it this way: this whole year changed from what we originally started out.
Yeah, the plan changed, but budget as far as like how much we paid on average per month for camping.
Yeah.
How much we would put out for fuel. And so on. That actually was pretty accurate. The only thing that went way out of proportion was we weren't expecting food cost.
Yeah.
So I guess food is pretty cheap in Las Vegas.
And some other areas, because in Arizona it's not. No,
yeah, it was costing us more money buying food. Also, the other part that goes with it, why does this just go?
I really can't say how much more because it was like, food is something you can't do without.
Yeah.
So
and part of that, food tended to be more expensive. Plus, I think part of it too was taking time to prepare meals. We had all the intent to cook as we went. We had a great kitchen, and we did quite a bit.
We did,
but not as much as what we wanted to do. Yeah. And even now here in Sunflower, we have.
It's really difficult. I mean, first of all, when they've got such a great bistro and grill and tiki and great food, that's one thing. But we have been so busy here.
So busy.
Next year it's not going to be that busy, but this year
it'll be busy.
Some people don't know how to say no.
Who are we kidding? It'll be busy next year, but but we're hoping to get some relaxation over summer. So, anyways, that's so that was pretty much it. The food costs were up there. The good news is we do get discounts at the bistro and
nice.
the tiki when we work, and one of us is working
all the time. It seems
so
like, yeah.
Quite a bit. Okay, number 3. Well, actually, that was 1 and 2. Number 3. What did we learn? Wi-Fi is hit and miss all over. We only had a small handful of places where the Wi-Fi was good. We've talked about this before. We hope it was going to get better here. Yeah. And the other thing that we figured with Wi-Fi, we were hoping to get a Wi-Fi solution which keeps disappearing every time we find a good one.
AT&T.
Yeah, so unfortunately...
Because we were looking at the Togo, and it was great until AT&T decided, we're not going to do this anymore.
That was perfectly fitting with our budget for Wi-Fi. Yeah. Now we have to juggle our Wi-Fi again, juggle our budget again to figure out if we can afford the more expensive Wi-Fi solution.
Yeah.
So right now,
don't need as much.
Yeah, right now we're just kind of doing what we can with my hotspot on the phone.
When we were at Quartzsite, there were quite a few Wi-Fi places and that there, and we checked them all, and they pretty much all said about the same thing.
Yeah.
Give or take $5 or $10.
We're
well,
gonna be around
$5. It's about
$100
$100 a month.
and that's actually cheap considering for most of them.
Yeah.
So my wanting to go with $30 a month kind of got thrown out the window.
Bye bye.
A little over 3 times that now. So right now I'm using my hotspot a bit more, and I just got to be careful not to go over data using my hotspot on my phone.
We have unlimited, but the problem is that they do that infamous, YouTube is too much, or there's too much going on in your neighborhood, and
the unlimited is on the phone.
On the phone.
If you use the hotspot, they count data and you get charged for extra data. So I forgot how many gigabytes we have, but yeah, we'll talk about that in a Wi-Fi episode down the road. So that was number 3. Number 4.
Winds are coming up.
I'll just read what I said here. Personally speaking, I know it's personal because Dawn might feel differently. I don't miss having cable TV, and I know you do.
I do. I miss my ghost shows. Okay.
See, my thing
Ghost Adventures. You know what? Ghost Hunter started all over again. I haven't even seen the new ones yet. I have no access to this.
Let's find out where they went. We go to those places and we do our own ghost show. That's my thought. So that would be it.
I don't mind that by any means.
We could be the one saying, "What was that?"
Oh, please.
What was that?
He makes fun of me.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to. Well, kind of I do.
Yeah,
but
you
I don't
do.
mean to. I don't mean it in a mean way. So, I mean, truthfully, not having TV, I've gotten back doing more with guitar, and I can prove it. I got blisters on my fingers.
I don't play instruments. I don't really have a hobby. I don't do any of this.
So ghost shows.
So I love my ghost shows.
All right. So we're going to have to figure out how to solve that.
And Murder, She Wrote.
Well, we get that through the airwaves almost every day.
That's true.
So, yeah.
No.
Anyways,
no, not really.
So we do have a digital antenna that brings in a fair number of stations wherever we are.
If you're in an area that's close to that.
If we're remote, in a remote area, we probably won't get anything.
No.
But we will get some local channels. That's about it.
I use my YouTube
But we did buy a device where we can actually play our phone directly to the TV, and we can feel like we're watching TV even though it's off the phone. And we have caught up on a couple of shows that way. So
Mandalorian.
Yeah, we did finish The Mandalorian off that way. Number 5, truthfully, adjusting to tiny house living. I'm surprised how I found it fairly easy, and I feel very comfortable. I don't miss the larger house.
No,
I don't miss the big house.
There's times where I do feel a little claustrophobic. I tend to have claustrophobia.
Well, today it's raining, so we're kind of stuck inside.
Actually, I'm loving this rain. It's beautiful. I love the rain, so I don't mind that. But plus, it kind of forces me to clean a few things. Here's the thing that I have found with the tiny house living. I don't mind it. First of all, you find out you don't need all the crap that you have.
No, it's easier to clean.
That's the first thing. You don't need everything that you think you do. The second thing is that I found, and I mean, even in the big house, I said this. If you put it back exactly where you got it from, it's gonna fit. So that's the main thing.
Yeah.
Is if you take it out a specific spot, even turn a specific way, just put it back that way, and it'll fit perfect every time. About once a month, or every couple months, I'll go through. Like I just went through my closet for about the 3rd time since we've been out, and downsized again on some of that.
We're gonna have a major repacking before we hit the road at the end of April. First.
Yeah, we gotta. You have to reorganize it and get it ready for the road because it's not the same.
That'll be our spring cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. One last thing about living in a tiny space, it also forces us to get out more. And truthfully, with the dogs too, they love sitting outside watching people go by. And
our spot's on a corner now,
yeah.
And it's the busy corners where it's
we're hoping
near
we
the
keep
entrance to the park. Yeah, so we're hoping to keep
for
the
next
spot
year.
for this next year. But they're loving it because they get all the attention.
All right, number 6. I put down here, I need to learn what I've learned with full-time travel, basically. I need to learn to pace myself. That's me personally. I don't know if you felt the same thing. but I do get involved in a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's an understatement.
Okay. It's not that
Tell
much.
them what you're involved in right now.
I'm playing in a jazz. Well, it started out as a jazz trio. It's now worked up to a jazz quintet. There's 5 of us now. I'm also playing in a country / rock / pop band.
Keep going.
I'm actually not a lead role, but a secondary lead role in the play Guys and Dolls. I'm Rusty Charlie.
Keep going.
I'm pretty active in the computer club. I'm going to be teaching, actually this coming week, I'm teaching a session on Google. All of my teacher friends, who figured they'd have me teach on Google, you know? So,
keep going.
Well, I'm busy with the activities office and
keep going.
What? Well, I haven't been able to participate in the Dulcimer String Band as much as I wanted to.
That's because he's doing everything else.
Because I'm doing everything else.
But and you also run the AV and...
Oh, the audiovisual and the computer tech stuff and all that. So, well, I'm a little busy. Yeah.
And I'll work the tiki when my sweet Linda needs me. But mostly I'm in the activities office.
Yeah, and I'm in the activities office too from time to time. So that's about it.
Mr.
Busy. So yeah, I realize
doesn't know how to...
I need to figure out how to pace it better. And even when we traveled, we did better at the beginning because we were so burnt out
from the move
and trying to close out
getting
leaving
across
school.
Country.
We had all planning the trip, planning our budget, trying to make sure everything's going to work, finalizing all the paperwork. We did not want to see cities or people. And we got to Michigan. We missed a lot of things because we just didn't want to go see people. We missed going into Detroit. I wanted to see the Henry Ford Museum. Wanted to see Motown, and there's a few other things we wanted to go see, but we opted to stay away from the big cities on that part of the trip. So, does that mean, we blew it? No. We're going back through there again sometime.
This is why we travel full time.
Yeah,
so that we can go back to the places or revisit places and do things that we wanted to do that we didn't get to do.
And now we're trying to decide where to go coming up. And to be honest with how busy we've been, we're kind of leaning more toward, we'll decide probably in April which direction we're going to go in. But to be honest, I'm kind of thinking sitting by a stream and fishing and going to see the mountains and seeing trees.
I need my mountains.
And
I
wildlife
need my
and lakes.
green.
Yeah, maybe hit the coast at some point.
Pines. Actually, I want to go fishing with our nephew Matt.
Matt, yeah.
Excellent salmon fisher.
Matt, there's a good chance we're coming to see you, and I'm expecting you to show me how to
do some salmon fishing.
To kill some salmon. Yeah. So that was number 6.
Yeah, because it's like you get out there and you want to do it all.
So number 7. This actually ties into the one we talked about, tiny house living. Number 7 is we realized that when we left Las Vegas with that trailer, we packed way more than we needed. And to be honest, when we pared it down to what we thought we needed after we got rid of a lot of that stuff in Michigan, you're welcome, Deseret Industries, Goodwill, and whoever else we dropped it off to. So, Habitat for Humanity.
Yeah,
anyways,
Habitat.
What basically happened was we realized, even after we got rid of all of that, we were still carrying probably twice as much as what we really needed to have.
Well, it's like I said, I've already 3 times now I've done my closet. And the nice thing about it was when we did drop off some things here, because we do have the storage ban for some things still, I was able to put a few things because I knew we were going to be here like at Christmas time. Some of my winter and holiday clothing in my mother-in-law Janice's closet.
So yeah, you don't need as much as you think you need. That's definite. Here's an interesting one. This is more on the psychological level of things. I've discovered a few things about myself, and I think Don's felt this very similar.
Bye, guys. Safe travels.
And that is, I do prefer being around friends and family and people and making those friendships.
Yes.
When we first started traveling, the first 3 months just before we got to Sunflower, we actually had a conversation about, it is kind of sad because we left a lot of our friends in Las Vegas. They're still our friends. We're going to go back and visit them.
I already have.
But when you're out on the road, you kind of miss that closeness. And when it's just you as a couple, you become much tighter and closer as a couple and the dogs. But you kind of wonder, are we ever going to have those kind of friendships again? Because when you move away, they're still friends, but you don't have that day-to-day contact. So what we discovered coming here to Sunflower, we first got here, it was a little awkward because everyone knew everybody, but we were the new kids on the block.
Pretty much.
But now we've made so many friends and so many connections. We got all these people that are just
it's
great friends.
I leaving. A lot of people are already starting to leave, especially the Canadians, because they need to get back up into Canada. For me, it's like leaving's going to be kind of hard because I feel like I'm leaving my friends again. Even though I'll be excited to get back in October and as they start to come back and meet with them again.
It's sort of like that summer vacation thing where you head off for summer vacation, you come back to school in the fall, and everyone's all reunited. And that's
What'd you do for summer?
And that's going to be a lot of fun. And I know from meeting the people, we've met people from all over the place, every single state.
Which is great because that doesn't mean that we won't run into them or, hey guys, we're in town.
Yeah, we get up
and
to
meet up for dinner or whatever,
yeah.
So it's kind of fun that way because you get to see them outside of Sunflower too.
Yeah, and so that's going to actually be a lot more fun. So have a home base during the winter that you can kind of beat the freezing cold and snow and bad weather. Come to some place like this for even if it's only for 4 months, however many months, you make some really great friends and get involved. Yes, I do too much.
Oh,
but
hold
getting
on.
involved.
Wait, I'll show you.
Really
Hold on.
Where's it? Dawn's about to show you something that she started back in October.
Well, no, I didn't start. I've been trying to do since October.
She's been trying to start since October.
I joined the stained glass. The glass cup. They call it the glass cup because let me tell you, some of the stuff they make here is bowls that are breathtaking. I mean, just beautiful stuff. But I finally made my little stained glass butterfly. So, yep.
All right.
So there are things to do, and yes, I do get involved in other things. So.
Yes, she does. There's stained glass. There you go.
Yes.
Next thing, number 9. This also goes out for full-time travelers and retired full-time travelers. Work camping is a great solution.
Yeah.
Be careful where you go, though. I mean, truthfully, I would not want to do what Chris and Christina were stuck with last summer.
No, that was 40 hours a week.
I do not want to work camp
and it was
bathrooms.
Hard work.
Yeah, I don't want to clean bathrooms. I don't want to clean fire pits. I don't want to be the cleanup crew.
Right.
I want to do stuff that's enjoyable. I mean, take advantage of my background. And not do manual labor.
The other thing is we've got people that work in the tiki. And when I say the tiki, they're either bartending or they're taking drink orders or working the grill, taking food orders. The same with the bistro, doing food and all that other stuff. So if you have a background in that, you can do that. And the hours are not super long.
No, we're talking
not long at all.
We're talking 14 to 16 hours a week. Each.
We have people here who do like the front gate
courtesy
patrol. Yes, because it's a little different than the security. But we do. They drive around and they make sure everything's okay and everyone's going okay and things like that. So there are so many things as far as work camping is concerned that you could do in a resort where you're not busting your butt here and come home tired or whatever. We get to, as much as anyone else, enjoy. In fact, they encourage us, enjoy the resort, join the classes, do the things, take the pool exercise classes, you're as much a part as a resident of the resort as anyone else is. So it's a blast. Yeah. It really is.
Now, I have met a couple of people as well that during the summer months, one of them, actually, they were telling me about this place. It's a beach resort and they basically just work the front office at the beach resort. They might be the person in the little golf cart leading you to your campsite.
Yep, like they do here.
Or basically just taking down reservations and helping people in the little general store and things of that nature, and working a few hours a week doing that pays for their sites. So the nice thing about retired work camping is it's not a full-time job. It's basically covering your expenses.
It pays for your sites.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's phenomenal.
Check the sites at beach communities in California. Yeah. So
really expensive.
If you could work a little bit and cover your beach front campground, my gosh, that's awesome. So
yeah, it is.
Another one was up in the mountains at a mountain resort, and same situation. Well, I got 2 more to go. Number 10, Domicile in South Dakota. We've already had 2 videos on it, and it's proven to be a really good choice as far as South Dakota. I mean, you saw all the reasons why we chose it in the first place. But one thing that we discovered is we were making plans for this coming summer. No matter which direction we went in the country, the fact that we're going to wind up in Arizona, and we're taking off either to the west and north, or we're going east and north, circling around the United States, we're going to be coming down through Montana. And if we needed to stop off in South Dakota, we can set a plan where it's basically on the way. So for us, it's worked out great because South Dakota is kind of central.
Yeah, that central thing.
It's a little favoring the west, but it's kind of central.
And it's funny how many people here have asked us about it.
So that was basically it. It seemed more convenient than Texas or Florida. Florida is really out of the way when you think of it down there, the lower corner. Yeah, the last thing that I have on here was towing. I've never towed a fifth wheel before. I towed a trailer. We've driven Class C's, different lengths.
Drove a Class A.
Yeah.
It was Dad's Class A.
Not full time or anything.
Not full time,
but just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
And to be honest, I am very amazed on how easy it is to tow a fifth wheel. You gotta have the right truck. I mean, we were smart in getting the right truck that matches the fifth wheel, and
once again, it's that
so
situation.
Easy.
Go and pick out your RV. This is the RV we want. This is what we're getting. Now let's go get our truck.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the fact that they're so well matched to each other. Now there are a few tricks on how it follows you. And to be honest, when we were in Quartzsite, we took an opportunity, and I wish we would have videotaped this.
Yeah.
But we took the opportunity to set. We didn't have cones, but we had rocks that we would gather and pile up to kind of simulate pulling into a campsite.
Backing
into a campsite. We practiced that a few times.
Well,
I watched some videos, and then we actually put it to practice out in this big, huge, wide open area that we were at. And
probably looked really fun.
When we got back to Sunflower, I had people who watched us pull in and said, "Man, you must have been doing this a long time." Yeah, about 20, 30 minutes in Quartzsite, and I got it figured out. I'm not nearly as paranoid about backing this thing up anymore, so it actually was really smooth. And I'll probably review some of the videos that I had watched before. And the thing is, though, it wasn't exact what those videos were, and I'll probably make my own eventually. The reason why every configuration is different.
It's different, yeah.
We're dealing with a very long truck, the Dodge 3500
long
crew cab long bed. The turning radius on those things are not great.
I just hate going to the market to try and park it.
Yeah,
I can't imagine, you know.
And then, I mean, our fifth wheel, I mean, it's not super long. It's not a 40-footer plus, but it is 35 feet. And if we have the drop in the back, we're 38 feet. If we have that rack drop down, so looking at that 35, 38 feet with a long bed, it's tricky. It does take some navigating to get that to work. So we will probably do some sort of a video on that, but I am very pleased on the towability. We've never had a problem with hills or downgrades or anything of that nature, make sure it's diesel and with exhaust brake, and it's been a dream, in other words. So that's basically it. This will be the end of this episode. Hope that you're kind of learning along with us. It's great to be able to get these out. Chance to touch base with family and friends. If you have any suggestions or have any questions about how do you deal with this, please don't be afraid to leave a comment. I do respond to all comments. Yeah, be nice. If you don't like what we're talking about, why are you still watching? I know I brought that up before. Find another channel that you're more compatible with. I mean, we love putting these out. It's also mainly family and friends. You guys, we love you guys. Yep. We do miss you, and it's fun though being out, making some new friends, and
let people know that we're out here.
Yeah, share
this. Pass it on. Share.
So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I was looking at the analytics. There's like, out of people that are watching our videos, there's like 70% of people that are not subscribed but keep coming back and watching the videos.
Yeah, so hit the subscribe.
So if you find yourself watching our videos and you like it, hit subscribe.
So also hit that.
Now, if you hit the bell, you will get a notification.
You'll get a notification. All you get is a notification that we posted a new video, and that's only once a week.
And every Sunday at
2
o'clock, right? So that's about it. We hope you enjoyed this, and we hope to see you on the road.
Sláinte.